What's up guys? Let's talk January. So, it is finally 2014. I believe it's going to be a great year for me. I hope it's a great year for you as well. But before we talk about what I've got planned this year, I just want to talk to you about why I haven't been so active in January. I'm not apologizing for that because during January I was away on holiday. And I visited Langkawi Island in Malaysia and my hometown Chennai in India. Now, if you want to see what I did in Langkawi, I did post short film number 2 about it. It's a beautiful island and there's just so many things to do there and it's just great. So if you want to see what I did there, check out that video. I don't think I did mention who did the music behind those 2 short films, but it is Port Blue, aka Adam Young, aka Al City. So I have to give massive props to him, because his music, especially with Port Blue, is simply amazing. So, what have I got planned this year for my YouTube channel? Honestly, I think it's going to be the same idea that I tried to implement in 2013, but obviously couldn't due to time constraints like the HSC. And that's, as far as I know right now, 3 things. Number 1 is going to be tech videos, because I've been doing tech videos ever since I first released the channel, all the way back in 2007, and honestly there's just so many awesome things happening, I don't think I could be able to stop that, and it still is a huge interest of mine, so I don't think that's going away. And number 2, short films, which again I did not have time to do as much as I would have liked last year, but it's what got me started, especially MooFest 2013. So hopefully, with more time this year, you should be able to expect more of those. I will try to improve the quality of them, and I believe that's going to require a small investment on my part in terms of camera gear, because, hang on, I'll show you actually. This is what I shoot my short films with. My Canon EOS 600D, which is my first and only DSLR, mind you. And this is the only lens I've ever shot with. The stock 18 to 55mm lens. So as you can see, it's a very lightweight, very basic setup. And what I'm thinking I may consider getting this year is maybe an external mic and some kind of stabilization system, because as awesome as software stabilization is, it doesn't really make for the clearest video, which is just mildly annoying when I'm going through editing. And number 3 is going to be these vlogs. I've only made 2 of them so far, this being the 3rd, but as I've said before in the previous 2, I really like the idea of it, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some comments from you guys. Ask me anything. Well, maybe not anything, but if you have a reasonable question to ask me, I'd love to continue doing this vlog format and keep you guys updated, answer your questions. I think that would be really nice. What do you think about that? Now, while I was away on holiday, I did get to watch a couple of films. It was a nice break, considering the only film I really watched last year was Blade Runner for the HSC. I'm kidding, I did watch a couple others, but that's the only one that I've even bothered to remember. In particular, one that I liked quite a bit was this, Jobs, starring Ashton Kutcher. Now, if you've known me for a while, you will know that I am an Apple fan, and if you're a close friend of mine, you would know that I am a big fan of Steve Jobs. And really, I had to get this movie. It was given as a present to me for Christmas, and I guess I'll just talk about it, my impressions and whatnot. So, I think in some respects it is fairly accurate. And I think it was quite nice that they characterized Jobs all the way back from his days at Reed up until the point of the inception of the iPod. So it gave a really nice overview, I think, of him and the company. I believe it's going to be quite different to the Aaron Sorkin script, in which they said that they're working, I believe, with Steve Wozniak, and it's actually based off the biography by Walter Isaacson. So I have a feeling that it, in some sense, may be a little more accurate than this. But I think that this film, this independent film, I reckon if you are an Apple fan, and you've always wanted to know a little bit about what the company was like back in the 80s and such, I definitely recommend getting this film, or at least watching it online, because it is a really nice story. And Ashton Kutcher, as an actor, he really did portray Jobs quite well, I reckon. I have compared, just out of my personal interest, I've compared some of the scenes from the film to a couple of tapes that actually feature Jobs himself, like in, for example, one of the Next introduction tapes. And they did match it quite well. The cinematography was pretty good. Kutcher's acting is quite good as well. So, like I said, if you're a big Apple fan, I'd highly recommend picking it up, or at least watching it online. Now, before I head off, I just want to mention a couple of other things. If you're a techie, you may have heard of Marques Brownlee, or MKBHD. If you're subscribed to him, or if you're not subscribed to him, I'd recommend you check out his Setup Tour Project 2014 video. Essentially, in his words, it is going to be the biggest tech collab on YouTube. What you do is you go ahead and record using your phone or using a DSLR or whatever. Go ahead and record about 15 to 30 seconds of your setup, which is, your workspace with probably your computer or a laptop of some kind. Try and highlight something new or cool with it, and send it to setuptoolproject@gmail.com. I'll have the link to his video in the description below. I really think that the whole Setup Tour Project idea is quite nice, because if you have a look at other people's setups, it might give you some ideas for your own. If you want to clean something up, or if you want to arrange something in a certain way, it's a really good inspiration, and I have a feeling he shares those values as well, so I think it's a really cool idea. So as I said, I'll have more amazing content planned out for 2014. Before I go, I'm just going to say, I don't know if it's going to be the next video or not, but sometime soon I'm going to have a review of this guy right here. I'll see you all in the next one.